Hello everybody! Tony here and welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews, and I hope you all are having a great happy Thanksgiving week, and I know Thanksgiving is on its way. So I hope you all are enjoying the week of Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day to you all. And I'd like to welcome you all to part 3 of my WipEout franchise review. It's episode 159, part 3 of 4. And we're getting closer and closer to that 200th episode, and I got something special planned for that. I know we're on episode 159 right now, but just letting you all know there. And we have a lot to talk about here for the final WipEout game for the PlayStation before we head into the next gen for part 4. But those of you who missed what happened in the last part, here's a little rockin' and rollin' speedy TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. And I took a look at WipEout XL, also known as WipEout 2097 in Europe, for the PlayStation by Psygnosis, and I gave it an 8 out of 10 because it definitely was an improvement over the original WipEout, but there were still some problems with the game that needed to be worked on there. Because there were some problems there with the opponent AI, sometimes with the controls there and stuff. And there was some improvements that they made, but more improvements were to have been made and stuff as well. So if you want some more WipEout action and you want some more room for improvement, WipEout XL is the way to go. But now we're going to zoom ahead to the year 1999, where we're going to be here in the year September 1999, month of September 1999 to be exact, as we were closing in on the end of the 90s and starting the year 2000 and the millennium and stuff. And the PlayStation was at the head of its prime with games like Dino Crisis, Resident Evil 3, Pac-Man World 20th Anniversary, Qbert, and more. And what brings what we got here is the third WipEout game called WipEout 3 by Psygnosis, released in September of 1999 exclusively for the PlayStation. Now I know there was WipEout 64 and the Nintendo 64 that came out before this, but I don't own a Nintendo 64, and even when I did own it, I didn't have WipEout 64, so I can't say anything about it. But we're looking at WipEout 3 for the PlayStation, released in 1999 in the month of September. Now, what I gotta say about WipEout 3 is definitely the best out of the first 3 games for the PlayStation. It was definitely a huge improvement there and stuff. It definitely showed that they took the first 2 games and all the good things, improved it by fixing a lot of the problems. There are still a couple problems that do exist in this game, but still, overall, a much better game over the first 2 definitely, and this game should not be overlooked if you want some more WipEout action. As we get started here, we see the opening cutscene, and it looks fantastic looking. It's definitely one of the best looking cutscenes ever in a PlayStation game, let alone video games in general. It definitely showcases the graphics and the PlayStation hardware, technical limits and stuff, and definitely shows that graphics were improving, and it shows you what the game is gonna be like. Futuristic, high-speed racing at its finest, and that's what we got there definitely. And it definitely shows that you're in for a treat there when it comes to this game definitely. Now, there's no story once again because it's a racing game, so we're not going to be talking about the story here at all. So I'm just gonna say here that it just starts you can pick a racer, you like Phasar, Oricom, or more and more. I'm gonna pick Phasar because that's the balanced vehicle of the game and stuff, and it's easy to control, so I'm gonna pick that one. And as we get started here, the game's graphics look great, like some of the best looking graphics for a PlayStation game, and still do hold up really well to this day. The vehicle models look very detailed. They're not as blocky as they were in the first 2 games. They're a lot smoother looking, and they have a lot of detail to them. And also the backgrounds you're racing too look very colorful, and they're full of life. I mean, sure, there's no audience members or anything like that, but still, the way how everything moves in these backgrounds, stuff, and the way the vehicles move, definitely this shows that they improved a lot over the presentation aspect, definitely. There's no frame rate issues at all and stuff like that. I mean, there's no slowdown at all. It's very smooth racing, a smooth 30 frames per second. It's definitely the way to go. It's definitely one of the smoothest frame rates ever in a PlayStation game, and it definitely showed that it was worth it. And also, when the vehicles get damaged or take too much damage, the explosions look nice as well. But overall, great looking graphics for its time, definitely. For sound is also one of the best parts of WipEout 3. The music is awesome. It's got music by the Chemical Brothers, Orbital, Underworld, Propellerhead, Paul Van Dyke, and more, and also DJ Sasha as well. But unfortunately, I can't play any of the music because it's copyrighted, and I don't want to get a copyright strike here, so I had to turn off the music. But I'm sure there is a soundtrack of WipEout 3 that you can listen to on YouTube or on the internet, so pick it up and stuff like that. So just click on the link if you can find it, then there we go. And that's what it is there. I mean, for most of it, also the voice acting is also good too. There's not much of it. It's like this robotic female voice this time saying 3, 2, 1, go and saying the name of the items and stuff as well. So definitely an improvement there with the sound, and definitely a really good sound as well. But now we're getting into the meat of the review, the gameplay. And the gameplay is awesome, but it has a couple problems that were kind of holdover problems from the first 2 games. But for the most part, not saying the first games are bad, just that this game improved a lot over the first 2 games, what I'm trying to say there. And I gotta say that, like, the controls are very smooth, much smoother than they were in the first game. And you have 4 tracks to race on, and stuff like that, and such. I mean, sure, like, it's not as many as it was WipEout 3, but, like, there are more modes in this game, too, so it definitely adds that to it. I mean, my only problem is that, like, some of the races and the tracks feel a little short, but there's a lot more content this time as well. You got, like, aside from like single race and multiplayer, you have challenge, and you have eliminator, and you also have tournament once again. So there's quite a few modes this time here that'll keep you entertained and busy for a while there. And of course, like, if you've seen footage here from the tournament mode and the eliminator mode. Eliminator mode is kind of like where you must eliminate the other racers on the track to win, and if you get eliminated, it's over for you. But still, you have items once again that you can use, like rockets and cloaks and autopilot, and you got like plasma bombs, pulse bombs, and like missiles, homing missile stuff and that. It's just fucking awesome. Lots of fucking cool ass weapons there, I gotta say there, and like it's just like a lot of cool weapons, and just it's very fast as well. And you're in for a treat there, cause look how fast this game moves and stuff, I gotta say there. And of course, there's a lot of good content here and a lot of stuff to keep you occupied for a while. But now I'm gonna get to some of the negatives here. First off, for some reason this time, once again, there's no restart race option. WipEout XL had it, so this one doesn't for some reason, don't know why. But it's kind of like what the original WipEout had. There was no restart race option for some reason, but it's not like the big game killer. It's just, why did they not have this? I don't know. But like, and also the fact that like while some of the tracks are long and stuff like that, some of them too tend to go by very fast, and there's only 4 tracks total in the game. While, like I said, it seems like a lot of content, some of them go by a little fast, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, aside from those complaints, though, it's pretty much the only complaints I have with the game here. WipEout 3, definitely worth owning your collection. It's definitely the best out of the 3 WipEout games on the PlayStation. Definitely an improvement over WipEout XL and original WipEout there. So my final thoughts here are, if you liked WipEout and WipEout XL, aka WipEout 2097, WipEout 3 will definitely be a big improvement over the first 2 games, definitely. Due to the complaints I have with this game, I'm going to give this game a 9.5 out of 10. It's the best score to give it because, you know, WipEout 3, definitely a huge improvement there. It's definitely worth owning. So I just gotta say there, if you like the first WipEout game, this game is definitely a lot better. And definitely worth owning. It's one of the best racing games on the PlayStation. And that's it for episode 159, part 3 of 4. Stay tuned, because we're gonna dive into the grand finale of the PlayStation 2, where we're in the year 2160 for WipEout Fusion on PlayStation 2. Now, how does this game fare from the other 3 games? Well, we'll have to see. If we go into the year 2001, back when the PlayStation 2 was still fresh and new. Find out what happens in the final part of my WipEout series review. Let's take a look at WipEout Fusion, which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out, have a great day, see you all in the finale of my WipEout franchise review.